There's a time when it comes that the labs and how the person's doing is discrepant, right? So in the case of me and my blood sugars have gone back to normal. They're not high like they were when, I'm sick. My body's reacting, my cortisol level's high, if you will. They've gone back to normal, but yet I'm not feeling normal. Do my blood sugars not realize this? Do my labs not realize that I'm not normal? My nose is still dripping, my throat is still sore, can't sleep through the night, right? Have to wake up every few hours. I don't think so. In the medical field, we encounter this commonly. There's a disconcordance between the labs and the person. Or you could say the labs have normalized quicker than the person has, right? So often we will see the white count go back down to normal. It was elevated at 20, double normal, and it's come all the way down to 10, maybe even 8 or 7. Normal, normalized, very normal, absolutely normal, because when you go down to 3, that's actually abnormal, too low. But the person's not feeling great. But it doesn't faze me as a doctor. I see it all the time. I just say, yeah, the white count normalizes pretty quickly. If I really want to track stuff, there's other inflammatory markers that go down slower. I could track those, right? ESR may stay up for a while, so definitely not going to lag behind, right? But, the thing is, when you say your labs are normal, is that supposed to mean the person's normal? The person's feeling better? The person's back to baseline? And for me, the answer is no. It just doesn't mean that. So, what does it mean that your labs are back to normal? Why does it matter? So, thinking about it further, because as I said, we've never had these continuous glucose monitors, never been a monitor so frequently, right? Heart rate, other quote unquote mechanical factors, right? Or measurable things, but not blood, not lab work, right? Because you can't poke somebody that frequently, right? Even in hospital, when you're on continuous insulin in the IV form, you're going to poke them like once an hour, right? But with these continuous glucose monitors, now I see that, when I was sick, my blood sugars were up, right? So when you're under stress, your blood sugars spike up when you eat a meal. But when I'm sick, right, it's not just under stress. I guess it's always under stress. I don't know, constantly sick, whatever term you want to have. It wasn't just sick a little bit of time, just always feeling poorly. So my blood sugars would always be high at their baseline. Normally I'd be, say, below 100 at night, right? During the day, maybe 100, 110s, right? Not 120s. Then I was up to 130s all the time during the day before eating, not eating, blah, 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 right? That's just my new baseline because my body's ramping itself up, I guess. It wants more stuff to fight with. And so I saw as I was getting better that my sugars went lower. 120s, I must be getting better. Well, I mean, I could have told you that. You could have just asked me. I was feeling better, right? And then, when they're down, it's like, yeah, I am feeling better, right? But when you say that, I can't say it completely, right? So the night before, I slept very well. Or the night before, I slept very well. I slept through the night, basically, waking up just one time. The prior nights, I had to wake up every hour or two, because it's just when you're sick, I guess you don't sleep very well, right? It's not like I slept all day because I still went to work. But yeah, and then, still feeling better, but then my blood sugars kept on going down until they're back to normal, but I'm not improved in every way. I'm back to not sleeping through the night, back to my throat's bothering me more, coughing more, blah, blah, blah. What does that mean, right? Let's go back a step, right? We take these labs and meaning your body is fighting something. You have an infection is what many people say, which is not true. It's just your body's reacting, right? So your body's not reacting. Is that a good thing? Did my body quit the fight early when there's still some enemies out there? I mean, did it decide, oh yeah, withdraw the majority of the troops, we're done. Yeah, leave a few guys to fight those straggling enemy soldiers. I mean, this is not something I thought about before. But if my body kept it ramped up for longer, would I actually be better quicker? Isn't that an interesting thought? The only studies I know of that are relevant are studies in people taking things like acetaminophen, Tylenol, or like ibuprofen, NSAIDs for things like the common cold, a viral illness. And they've done shedding studies on people, how often they shed, how long they shed, how much they shed. People shed longer and more when they've taken these anti-inflammatories because they've dampened your body's immune response. So my body's done. Should I ramp it up more to try to get it to clear this up faster? Or should I be happy that I'm feeling better because my body's war on this virus has wreaked havoc with me and now it's done and caught it off? We don't know. I don't know. But it's interesting with all these continuous monitoring systems, what we learn. Maybe we'll know more in the future. Maybe we'll do some research and figure out, if I'm not done feeling good, should I let my body be done? If I don't, is there medication I could take to ramp it up? Maybe it'll be over the counter in the future. For those of us who want to suffer a little bit more right now, to get better fully faster.